Reacher Season 3's Big Bad teases his mysterious new threat. Brace yourselves. Reacher fans, we've got a new villain on the loose, and he's hiding his twisted intentions in the shadows ahead of our next round with the beefcake with a heart of gold. Anthony Michael Hall has dropped some juicy tidbits about his character in the upcoming third season of Reacher. This season, based on Lee Child's seventh Jack Reacher book, Persuader, promises new faces and more action than ever, as Reacher, Alan Ritchson, aka the Human Wall, is back to take down a drug operation and save a D agent from some seriously dangerous situations. In an interview with Inverse, Hall hinted at his new role as Zachary Beck. While he played coy on details, he did reveal that Beck is a rug dealer with a suspiciously shady business. Not that many of us have ever encountered rug dealers who didn't seem like villains in a TV series. Hall mentioned an intriguing father-son dynamic that will unfold, adding more layers to the already complex storyline. Here's what Hall had to say. For those who haven't read the books, Zachary Beck is a person of interest for the D. Reacher, our turkey-fisted friend, rescues Beck's son in a staged kidnapping to infiltrate his operation. Season 3 will dive deep into espionage and subterfuge, showcasing Reacher's skills without the usual backup. Even Neagly, Maria Sten, will return, but she'll need more help to unravel Zachary's schemes. And let's not forget about the new character, Polly, played by Olivia Richters. This guy is even bigger than Reacher, if that's even possible. With Polly on his side, Beck's character has some serious muscle backing him up. Expect intense face-offs and more mystery as Reacher uncovers the layers of Beck's operations. As production continues, more details will emerge. But one thing's for sure, Reacher Season 3 is gearing up to be another high-octane slugfest of a series. Stay tuned for more updates and get ready for some serious showdown moments. As Reacher gears up for its third season, fans of the action-packed, no-holds-barred thriller based on Lee Child's best-selling novels are eager for new twists, revelations, and explosive confrontations. Season 2, which introduced a darker, more complex narrative with Jack Reacher, played by Alan Ritchson, facing off against a powerful and ruthless cartel, was a major hit. Now, with the anticipation building for Season 3, the question on everyone's mind is, who is the new big bad that will test Reacher's mettle, and what mysterious threat will he pose to our hero? Season 3 promises to take the stakes even higher, and the showrunners have been very strategic about teasing just enough to keep fans on edge. As of now, details on the antagonist remain elusive, but a few tantalizing hints have been dropped. We know that Reacher's new nemesis will be both cunning and dangerous, but unlike previous villains, this one seems to be operating in the shadows, pulling strings and orchestrating a series of events that will directly threaten Reacher and everything he stands for. The complex nature of Reacher's enemies. One of the hallmarks of Reacher's storylines is the complexity of its villains. In the first two seasons, we've seen a range of adversaries, from power-hungry politicians and criminals to rogue military factions and corrupt business magnates. What makes these villains stand out is not just their physical strength or ruthlessness, but their ability to outthink and outmaneuver Reacher. Though Reacher is known for his brawn and unparalleled combat skills, his adversaries often match him in intelligence and resourcefulness. The upcoming big bad of Season 3 seems poised to follow this tradition, presenting not just a physical threat, but a psychological one as well. While past villains have been outwardly brutal, this new antagonist appears to be more methodical, using his intellect and influence to orchestrate his sinister plans. His power lies not in brute force, but in his ability to manipulate those around him and stay hidden in the shadows. What sets him apart from previous villains, however, is his unsettling mystery. Little is known about his true identity or his motivations, which only adds to the intrigue surrounding the season. Unlike the cartel in Season 2, which had clear goals and objectives, this new enemy's motivations seem far more elusive. He operates with a long-term vision, playing a dangerous game that involves more than just personal gain. A mysterious new threat from what little has been revealed. The new threat for Season 3 seems to center around a global conspiracy that extends far beyond the borders of the United States. It is hinted that the villain's machinations could have worldwide implications, with potential ties to governments, multinational corporations, and shadowy organizations. This escalates the stakes from the more localized conflicts of previous seasons into something far more dangerous. Fans have speculated that the villain could have ties to international espionage or even military covert operations. The notion that the big bad is someone who operates from behind a veil of secrecy suggests that Reacher will need to use more than just his physical prowess to confront him. He will need to think on a global scale, navigate complex webs of deceit, and confront powerful players on the world stage. This shift in tone promises to give the show a fresh dynamic, combining Reacher's signature toughness with a more cerebral, high-stakes investigation. Teasing the new threat. What we know so far, the teasers for Season 3 have been sparse, but some intriguing clues have surfaced. The official trailer and interviews with the cast and crew have hinted at a villain who will challenge Reacher in entirely new ways. In a recent interview, Alan Ritchson described the antagonist as someone who is always 10 steps ahead of Reacher, creating a thrilling cat-and-mouse dynamic that has fans excited. This suggests that this season will not just be about physical confrontations, but also strategic battles of wits. One key moment in the trailer shows Reacher being confronted by a shadowy figure in a dimly lit room, his face obscured, his voice calm and calculated. The figure seems to possess an eerie sense of control over the situation, speaking in riddles and leaving Reacher with more questions than answers. The big bad seems to have knowledge of Reacher's past, his time in the military, his list of enemies, and even his psychological vulnerabilities. This knowledge allows him to anticipate Reacher's moves and stay one step ahead, which only fuels Reacher's determination to take him down. What makes this villain even more dangerous is his lack of visible ambition. Unlike other antagonists who crave power or wealth, this new big bad appears to be working towards an unknown goal, one that could involve shifting the balance of power on a global scale. The villain's ultimate aim is still unclear, but it is apparent that Reacher is just a pawn in his grander design. This introduces a new layer of complexity, as Reacher is forced to navigate a threat that is not just about survival, but about uncovering a much larger conspiracy. The evolution of Jack Reacher. While the new big bad is a major source of excitement, it's also clear that Season 3 will see a further evolution of Jack Reacher's character. Throughout the series, Reacher has been portrayed as a man of few words, relying on his physicality and straightforward approach to solve problems. However, in Season 3, it seems that Reacher will be forced to confront not just the villain, but the psychological toll of his work. The teasers suggest that the stakes for Reacher have never been higher. In addition to facing a formidable and elusive enemy, Reacher will also be grappling with the emotional weight of his past decisions. As his world grows increasingly complex, Reacher must rely on his instincts and his ability to adapt to new challenges. His raw physicality may be his most recognizable trait, but it will be his intellect and adaptability that ultimately allow him to confront this new enemy. What fans can expect for fans of Reacher. Season 3 is shaping up to be an exhilarating ride filled with mystery, action, and unexpected twists. The new big bad promises to challenge Jack Reacher in ways that haven't been seen before. The global conspiracy at the heart of the season will take the story into uncharted territory, expanding the scope of the narrative beyond what has come before. Reacher will face not only physical danger, but a psychological battle against an enemy who is always one step ahead. As the show ramps up for its return, fans are eagerly awaiting more clues about the